Now, over the next month, we are going to be meeting a series of characters from Freddie Main's docuseries, Stay a Jerk. Freddie runs Bon Appetit Theatre and made the series to show 3 characters' lives through the pandemic. So that's Francois, Babs and Nathanial. Tonight, vocal coach Francois joins me to tell us more about it. Francois, welcome.
Hello, Sophie. How are you?
I'm very well, Francois. How are you?
So good. I've been at the Pleasure Beach all day. I'm feeling very giddy.
What did you go on?
I went on the tubs that spin around and the snails as well. So good to see them after all these years.
Oh, lovely. So tell us a little bit about you before we find out about the series, Francois.
Of course. Well, I'm a vocal coach, born and raised in Birmingham. I've been doing this for 40 years, which is incredible considering I'm only 32. You know, I was born to do this. I came up through the theatre industry. You know, I was very much raised by wolves, literally. When I was a kid, I fell into the cage with the wolves at the zoo, and they couldn't get me out for 18 months. So I've really seen it all and taken it all in my stride and use it in my art and use it in the way I coach people. You know, I've been there, done that, and I'm ready to help some more people with their vocals in my vocal coach work.
So what kind of things do you do when you help people in vocal coaching?
Well, should we do an exercise together?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So what I ask people to do is I ask them to start really low, really in the bass of the voice.
Okay. Low.
Can you hum along with me, Sophie? Oh, you've got a lovely hum to you. A voice for radio. And then you go, and you go up, going up like a roller coaster, like you're at the Pleasure Beach. You're going up and up and up and up and up. Sophie, come on, let's go. We're at the top of the roller coaster. We're at the top. Are you ready? Are you ready to go down? And then way! And then you're going to be free with your voice. You're going to be able to shout. You're going to be able to sing. Can you sing, Sophie?
Not well. No, Francois.
Oh, everyone's got a bit of a voice to them. That's what Celine Dion told me.
Are you friends with Celine Dion?
Yeah, I used to cut her hair. I gave her a bowl cut. She refused to go on stage, though. The economy of Vegas virtually collapsed after that. And I didn't hear again. But she did always say, everyone's got a voice, and I believe that's true.
So, Francois, can you tell me how you got involved in this project?
Of course. Well, I saw an ad on Facebook to come and share lockdown stories, really. And I thought, well, I love sharing my stories. There's nothing I like more than the sound of my own voice. I'll tell you that for money. And I clicked it, and they got in touch and just wanted me to self-record my stories from lockdown. So in the series, I talk about the work I'm doing, the theatre work I've been doing, the one-man show I've been making, the EP I've been making. I've been making music, Sophie. I'm a multidisciplinary artist.
Lovely. We're very impressed, Francois. So obviously that's your kind of lockdown story encapsulated in this project, and restrictions are beginning to lift now. So are you looking forward to getting back to the theatre?
Oh, I'm so excited. All 10 of my fans have been messaging me saying, when are you coming back, Francois? When are we going to see you?
Oh, and what did you say back?
I said, reach into your pocket and get your wallet out. I'll be back soon.
Well, Francois, hopefully they do that. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're going to jump in and listen to episode 1 now. Where can people view the series? Because there are videos with this.
There is. If you search Bon Appetit Theatre on YouTube, should come up. Fingers crossed, eh? If you type Stay a Jerk, it will definitely come up. And come and have a look. Come and see the visuals. We're also on Instagram at Bon Appetit Theatre as well.
Francois, thank you. Let's listen to episode 1. last week, Francois joined us on the show. Tonight, it is the turn of Babs. Hello, Babs.
Hi, darling.
And how are you?
I'm so well. How are you?
I'm really good, thank you, Babs. Thank you for coming on the show. Can you do me a favour and just tell us a bit about yourself?
Of course. Well, I am an ex-MP, current horse riding champion. I've lived around here for most of my life, and I'm just so excited to be back on the radio again. You know, this is the first time I've been on radio since the incident on Radio 4. So I really appreciate you taking a big risk and a big chance on having me on, because not many people will these days.
Well, we'll gloss over that incident, I think, Babs, and instead, I'd like to ask you a little bit about how you came to be in this series and what kind of experience it's been for you.
Well, I was very generous with my time, as I always am, and when I was asked to be involved and share my stories, my experiences with the lockdown, I thought, you know what, they really need a name. They really need a name. This is a small production company. They need someone who is beloved by the public to come forward, to get involved, to be a part of it, and actually get some people watching it.
Well, it sounds like you're doing them a big favour in that sense then. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your experience with pandemic and lockdown. How have you been keeping?
I've been keeping okay. I've mainly been with my horses, Nick and Margaret, riding around the beautiful countryside around here. They're beautiful, both American white, old horses, but efficient horses. They've got such power to them. It's been absolutely lovely, and I of course, you know, I've still had the chance to work on my own projects. You know, we started the Stop Dreaming project, which we're now finally allowed to go back into schools and spread the ethos of Stop Dreaming, where we talk to young people, we engage with those communities and hear about their dreams and aspirations, and, you know, teach them that maybe it might be a good idea to dial back on those dreams. And you know, not everyone can be a pop star. Not everyone can be a footballer. And I think that's a really valid message, and one that I've carried throughout my whole political career. And it's been so exciting to get back into it, back in those schools, back making those connections and making sure that everyone stops dreaming.
So, going back to the series, Babs, what's been your favourite moment of filming?
Oh, I absolutely loved promoting my charity, which is called Seal the Deal. We fight for the rights of the grey seal community, and try and get them up off the beaches, off the coast, and into work. Wow.
Okay. What kind of roles are seals best placed to fill?
Performers. They make excellent performers. Very easily trained, very obedient. Just how I like my workers, personally.
Right. Well, okay. Well, in this episode, actually, Babs, I believe you head to the seaside, and your talk of horses and seals. It seems like you're quite a lover of wildlife.
Absolutely love wildlife. I think my favourite, my absolute favourite engagement with wildlife has definitely been when I've been out hunting. I absolutely love hunting, and I love all the animals that I've taken aim at over the years. Let's just leave it at that.
I think we should leave it at that, Babs. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you, and I wonder where people can find the video to watch.
They can find it at Bon Appetit Theatre on YouTube, or type in Stay a Jerk, and it will all come up for them there, and they can find out all about my charity work.
Well, Babs, it's been a pleasure having you on, and we'll have a listen to this episode now. Good luck with everything. I'm sure our paths will cross again.
I hope so.
This is episode 2 of Stay a Jerk. So far, we've had a chat with Francois and Babs 2 nights. Freddie has organised for Nathanial to be at the end of the line. Let's meet him. Hello, Nathanial. Welcome to the show.
Hi there.
How are you, Nathanial?
I'm a little nervous. This is my first time on the radio.
Oh, Nathanial, please be at ease. I will look after you. Don't worry. Nathanial, can you just tell me a little bit about yourself?
So I'm a stay-at-home son. I spend most of my time staying at home and being a son. And I live with my beautiful mama bear, media television personality, Rita Filippo. You might have heard of her. She's known for being very cutthroat. And I've actually seen her cut people's throat before.
Oh my goodness, Nathanial. That's I think I'll gloss over that for now, if you don't mind. Nathanial,
I'm glad you did.
Could you tell me a little bit? Could you tell me a little bit about how you came to be in the series?
So my mom, no one, is anyone listening to this? Because I just wanted to say, like, her fame is dwindling. Like, she is clinging on for dear life to her fame. So she was like, do you know what? How can I maintain my faith? My son could be a child star. So it all started out on YouTube. We set up some videos of me juggling, but they didn't get too much traction. So she was like, maybe you should just tell your story, Nathanial. Maybe that's all you should do. So she sent it over to me, and she locked me in a room and made me film for it.
I mean, you're joking, of course, aren't you, Nathanial?
Yeah.
Good. So how does it feel being a child star now that you are all over YouTube?
It feels pretty great. I've been in the studio recording my album. It's been really, really fun. It's a load of Cliff Richard covers. And it's coming out really, really soon. I'm so excited for everyone to hear it. Wow. Devil Woman, we have changed Devil Woman. It's a big rearrangement.
Wow. I didn't expect that at all, Nathanial. I didn't realise you were such a Cliff Richard fan.
Well, I personally am not, but my mama bear loves him, so it was all her choices. I'd never heard the songs before.
I see. So, what's been your favourite moment of filming the series?
Honestly, I just love talking to my mama bear every week. Like, it's been so nice to talk to her, because normally she doesn't really enjoy speaking to me. She normally looks pretty angry when I try and talk to her. So it was really nice to just have some civil conversations with her, even though I know deep down it was all fake.
Oh, that's that's lovely in some ways and heartbreaking in others, Nathanial, to hear you say that.
Yeah, people say that to me a lot.
Yeah, I bet you do get that a lot. So Mama Bear, your mum, does appear in the series. How did she find the filming?
Oh, she loves it. She is obsessed with herself. So the idea of being on camera is the happiest she ever is. So she does really, really enjoy it. Our house, I kid you not, every wall has a mirror. And by that I mean if there's a 5-sided room, there's 5 mirrors.
Wow.
I know what I look like from every angle living in that house.
I see. So Nathanial, I have 2 questions really for you. So one is, where do you want this to take you? Where do you think this might propel you and Mama Bear to?
Well, for me, like, I'm not that interested in fame and fortune. I just hope that my mom is proud of me and how I come across in the series, and that she, that she's proud of, and that she really starts to enjoy the time we spend together filming. That's all I'm after from it. It's the time with her that's really valuable to me.
Oh, goodness. How sweet. And my last question, Nathanial, is where can people watch the video?
They can watch it on YouTube. Sadly, all my juggling videos got taken down from YouTube for copyright reasons. I can't really go into the details of that right now. There's an ongoing lawsuit. But to watch me, they can go on to Bon Appetit Theatre on YouTube or type in Stay a Jerk, and they'll get to see me and my beautiful Mama Bear and all of our stories. She's amazing in it. She's the most amazing person in the world, and I know you're all going to fall in love with her just as much as I have.
Oh, Nathanial, how lovely to speak to you. Send our regards to Mama Bear as well. Thank you for coming on the show tonight. Over the last month, we've been meeting a series of characters from Freddie Main's docuseries Stay a Jerk. Freddie runs Bon Appetit Theatre and made the series to show 3 characters' lives through the pandemic: Francois, Babs and Nathanial. So far, we've chatted to all 3 of them on the show, but tonight the actual man behind them all, Freddie Main, is at the end of the line. Hello, Freddie.
Hi, Sophie.
Lovely to speak to you tonight, and feels sort of surreal having spoken to Francois, Babs and Nathaniel over the last few weeks, and now actually finally getting to speak to the man behind it all. So can you tell us a little bit about where the series came from?
Yeah, of course. Can I just say first, you have the patience of a saint. Like honestly, it's so weird just sitting here, not being them, and not like scrambling for a Rolodex of ideas and just like thinking, what am I allowed to say? Like, I so appreciate you like playing into the silliness of it all.
I absolutely loved it, Freddie. I really did, and I was sort of jaw on the floor at how quick you were with it all as well. I think both producer Sophie and I were. So thank you for coming on in character as well. It's been absolutely brilliant. But yeah. So where did it all come from? And, how did it start?
Cool. So all of the characters have come from different places. So Francois, I was in a student film, like, oh my gosh, how long ago? I guess 4 years ago now. So I'd had him for a while. Nathanial was someone who, so a couple of years ago I did a show at Edinburgh Fringe, which was a parody of The Real Housewives. And after the show, all the characters, like, we'd all go out and they'd just stay as their characters. And so they were like, oh, Freddie, we need a character for you. And so I became Nathanial, this like pathetic son of Rita. So Mama Bear, Rita, is a character from that show. So I guess Nathanial is kind of an extension of that world. And then Babs, hey, we've all been watching Drag Race. time to play around, I guess. So yeah, they all came from really different places at really different times, and I just have always loved sketch shows and people who do that kind of comedy, and I've always just wanted to just do it and see what happens. I've always done like all sorts of different theatre projects and things like that, but I just thought, hey, I've always wanted to make something like this. You got to start somewhere. Why not in this pandemic with my camera and a lot of spare time from furlough?
Well, I'm so glad that you had the opportunity to do it. I just have made the connection with Real Housewives as well. When I've watched Nathanial and Mama Bear, I was like, oh, this reminds me. And yeah. Absolutely.
She's based on Caroline Manzo from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Is where we used her as an inspiration for developing Rita. What feels like so long ago now. I guess it must be almost 3 years ago since we started making Rita, or Bear, as she's known in this. So, yeah, they've all come from such a mixture of places.
It's brilliant. And so, was it scripted or improvised?
A bit of both, really. So, I wrote a script in November gone, and I read it to some of my friends too, and none of them laughed. So I was like, God, I need to rewrite it. You gotta have those real friends that keep you grounded. So I was like, okay, back to the drawing board I go. So I kind of used that as a structure, rewrote it. They then laughed the second time, thank God. Otherwise they'd have been like, come on, Fred, time to move on. And then I kind of used that second rewrite as a basis, but I would find I would sit and kind of say the lines, and then other things would come to me in the moment. So I'd say that of the finished thing, about 60-70% is improvised, and the structure, about 30% of what gets said is.
And was it challenging putting it together, like the filming, the editing, the writing, the music? How long did that side of it all take?
Oh my goodness! So the music. I mean, you can tell I've had some spare time last year. So the music, in lockdown one, so I'm like a bit of a pop music fanatic. I'm like get really geeky about it, and I was like, do you know what? What would happen if I made an EP? So I started making it, and it was just awful. It was just a car crash. Someone I played it to. This makes it sound like I have terrible friends. They are very lovely and very supportive. I just don't want loads of yes men just like, yeah, it's great, yeah, it's this, yeah, it's whatever. So I played it to them, and one of them was like, this is musically wrong. And I was like, you know what? I'll just keep it and save it for a rainy day. The rainy day came when we all locked down again in November, and I was like, there has to be some, this is so ludicrous and kind of I by the way, I love the music we play on here. I'm always sitting here thinking, oh, I love this song. Whilst I'm waiting to come on, and I love Grimes, I love Gaga, and so I think I was trying to gun for that super electronic, high energy sound, but obviously I'm a man from Norfolk, and so it's I can really challenge that successfully. So yeah, I just kind of was like, there has to be some comedy in someone attempting this crazy electronic messy music, and I guess Francois was a good match.
It's beautiful. The result is beautiful. I love that your friend said musically wrong as well. That must have been very cutting after working hard on a.
You know, when I showed them stage Reckons Ball when it was finished, they were all, and I was like, I don't know whether I should put this, what I should do with this, whether I should put this into the world, or is this just a thing for me to enjoy making and to share with friends. They were all very much like, no, it's great, and it really showcases you, and so they are very supportive, and I like that they're not just going to be like, yeah, go for it. So I'm really proud of it and really proud to share it, and yeah,
awesome. Have you got any plans to do any more characters?
Yeah, so I always I'm thinking of things it's non-stop. I have this list of ideas for stories. Some of them are kind of more sitcom-y, some of them are more surreal, and yeah, I always have ideas for new characters.
We're very much looking forward to meeting some more in the near future, Freddie. Where can people view this? Because obviously we've been playing the episodes in radio form, but you do definitely benefit from the absolute visual treat that it is as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get to see all the Spice Girls bobbleheads if you watch it on YouTube. So they can do it if they type in Stage Act on YouTube or Bon Appetit on YouTube. There is another
episode of it coming out tonight, I wasn't able to stop coming up with ideas. So, yeah, there is one coming out at 8 p.m. tonight, so after this show on YouTube, and it's Where Are They Now? It's the same three characters, an extension of what they're doing as lockdown starts easing and they start emerging out into the world.
That's very exciting. Well, we'll all be watching that at 8 o'clock. Thank you very much, Freddie. It's been absolutely great to talk to you. And I'm sure we'll have you back on the show again very soon. When
I'd love to.
Keep uploading your stuff. We absolutely love it.